Hi everyone, good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. How are we all doing this morning? I hope all is well with you. I am here this morning to share something very, very important, an update from the office of DPM Orabueze. And of course, there's a post he made responding to Peter Obi and Charles Soludo. Nwambafo, Charles Soludo, you know him, who claimed that Igbo youth should come out and join Nigerian army. He said this, in I think a couple of weeks ago or some months ago. I can't remember the date. He was encouraging Igbo youth to come out and join Nigerian army. So yesterday, DPM made a post, and that post, she was responding to Peter Obi's post, congratulating, message from Peter Obi to Soludo. In that message, there's some DPM said that prompted me to react on this video. And that is reminding Igbo politicians the current situation of things that Biafra has been declared. They are playing it down. I don't know if you have noticed that Igbo politicians are pretending that nothing happened, that something happened. It's not as if they don't know, they do, but they don't regard it whatsoever. To them, you are just talking. You guys are just wasting time. Some people say that Biafrans are jobless. Soludo, as a governor of Anambra State, calling for Ndi Igbo youth to join Nigerian army, knowing what is going on in Nigerian army. And the picture here is his own son. I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't think he's proud of his son. I don't think so. So because of that, I'm not going to say anything about his son. But everybody knows already what his son represents, right? So Nigerian army that he's calling for people to join, there's a video that been trending. That video, not less than 3 or 4 people have sent it to me. And that video is a woman crying, an elderly woman like that. Not like old woman though. Her son, according to her, is serving currently in the Nigerian army. So her son called her from duty, from far north, where they're fighting on. You know what they normally say, they are fighting Boko Haram, I don't know. But he called the son that is in the Nigerian army, called her mother. Guess what? Crying for help. As a mother, the thing just pushed the woman to start crying, of course. And I want you to hear what she said before we even go to the video that you are here for. Because many of us maybe have watched the video. But as long as this video has to do with Soludo as a governor, and of course with Peter Obi, whom we have seen eating Fura Duduno. I hope I pronounce it well. Fura Duduno. And crossing his legs, sitting on the floor, trying to become an alamajiri for him to become a president. You have seen all those things. Because, Nigerian politicians, they can even roast corn. They can even fetch water. Go and draw water from well. Do anything. They may even hang, do conductor job during the time of when the election is fast approaching. Peter Obi is different. I'm not here. Not that he's different from other politicians. He's different from what we are here to talk about. The only thing that concerns him is him congratulating Soludo for emerging as as Anambra State governor for his second term. That's his second term and all that. DPM says something. Those things that DPM said, which you are going to read out here, is not just a mere talk. It's something that everyone should deliberate on, because people have the right, not you as a politician, you are just one person. Pay close attention. Let's watch that woman's video. Then we now come back to the reason why we're here.
Please, leaders of Nigerians, we are begging you people, our children are in the bush. I tell my son, if he no fit come back home, God will feed us. My husband do army work, 36 years. 36 years. They never encountered this thing. But small children are suffering in the bush. Now take our children, they make money. Nigeria leaders, It will never better for you people. It will never better for you people. I tell my son, if you no fit to come back home, no be by force. Make I even see is my son dead body. Nigerian leaders, Nigeria government, please do something about our children that are in the bush. Please, I'm an old soldier wife. My son joined army. He dey inside bush crying with red tears. Please, Nigeria, we are begging you people, make na no leave. Make na no leave our children die every day. Please, please and please, make na help our children. They are suffering in the bush. Now they sell our children, they make money, and then they are dying in the bush. Oh God, the God of revengeance, revenge for our children, revenge. I'm speaking this thing with heartbreak to see a soldier crying like this. God, where are you? God of revengeance, please rise, arise, arise. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. My husband do 36 years for this army, but still, till today, in remaining money, they not pay for and say if they pay, soldier go useless the money, they give am half of the money. See, today, my husband money still there hang in their hands. God of revengeance, the God of widows, will stand for me, he will stand for my pikin in the bush. Nigeria government, it will never better for you people. It will never better for you people. It will never better for you people. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to me.
All right, you heard it, right? That is a woman with experience on what is going on when it comes to Nigeria, when anything that has to do with the Nigerian army. In the East, this Nigerian army that this woman is talking about, because remember, her husband has served for 36 years, and she allowed her son to continue from what her husband went past through, which she is now condemning. Then you allow your son to pick up the form and join army, isn't it? Now, if you must be army, why don't you just relocate another country and become army? You can go to Israel and pick up the form. You can go to America, pick up their form. They're eager to receive you anytime, any day. Now, if you must be army, you have to do it in a country that actually care for army. This is Nigerian army who decided to clothe Udele. You are seeing here with your chain to come and fight Igbo people. to come and and that one is Pasmagaran. No show of force. I am this, I'm that. As he's doing that, selling his own people, turn blind eyes to what soldiers are going through in the north. Since you must love army, because Nigeria is just about how to deal with Igbo people, how to torture Igbo man, how to manhandle Igbo man, how to deal with the Christians. That is all Nigerian is, that what I care for, nothing more. That I'm not saying that Muslims are not passing through pains. No, some Muslims that are moderate Muslims, like those of them who don't believe in jihad and all this, they have a way of passing through all this thing as well. Udele is busy going from place to place in the eastern part, doing what he's doing, and now we are working with him, right? And after doing all those things, some gullible Igbo people will bring them in their studio and interview him and all that. I've discussed about this before. I just wanted to connect it with what we're about to do, because this is not just about army, Nigerian army. It's about the system. And that is the same system that are trying to play the relocation of Biafra, playing it down as if it doesn't really count. Like nothing has happened. Don't worry, we can do this and do that. Which is exactly what they want you to feel. Do you understand? Now, Peter Obi made a post congratulating Soludo. In that message, this is a message you are seeing on your screen now. Okay, here is what Peter Obi said to Soludo. I congratulate Professor Charles Soludo on his swearing in for a second tenure. As always, I wish him success in serving the people, and I hope this time brings greater progress and development. May God Almighty bless good people of Anambra State and Nigeria. P.O. That P2B. Okay? And he put picture of Charles Soludo. You know, paddy, cover me, I cover you group. And that's something he said, as always, swearing him as always. I wish him success in serving the people, and I hope this time brings greater progress. Me, that was a progress before. So now we're expecting more progress. I don't know that progress anyway. He said progress and development. So more development to compare with what that he's already have done in 4 years. And within the 4 years, he said that he's seen his son carrying handbag and earring and all that, dressing like a woman, wearing some pants, like I have shown you here in this video. So this is the post that DPM is okay. So you guys thoroughly, believe that we are stupid or what? You think we don't know what you guys are doing? You are trying to undermine Biafran that have been redeclared just to show you that you can do and don't do. Likely so. You know how these people behave. They always think that they have monopoly of everything, they can control everything and all that. And I'm not saying that Peter Obi is a bad person or a good person. Like I said, I'm not here for Peter Obi. But I can tell you that Peter Obi is not different from others. And so you can make your choice though. So DPM made a post, which is what you are seeing now on your screen. Let me just bring it up. All right. And the post is this. She made this post responding to Peter Obi's message that he's congratulating Soludo. To him, Soludo it will bring more development, greater one. As if there's any development or any better governance from Soludo this while. Okay, let's see. Let's hear from DPM. DPM said, press release specific to Peter Obi. Dear Mr. Peter Obi, I read your statement on X congratulating the Nigerian agent delegitimized Charles Soludo on his first second term as governor in Biafra territory. I wish to use this opportunity to let you know that you and Charles Soludo are currently occupying and illegally imposing your fraudulent Nigerian election results on the innocent Biafran people and territory. Biafrans have long rejected the Nigerian terrorist state, and both of you that uses guns and ammunition given to you by Nigerian terrorist states to intimidate, colonize, Islamize, and subjugate the 80 million Biafrans. Please desist from your colonization, slavery, and manipulations in the 40 state of Biafra. We are an independent nation. What video? The video of Biafran declared attached. You're going to see there. We may not play it to the end, but we're going to play it a little bit so that you realize what the video is all about, because it's not a new video. Many of you have watched it. In fact, some of us watch it live. Some even when someone was there when it was declared. The old Anambra state is in the 40th state of the United States of Biafra, USB. that was declared on November 29th, 2024 in Latin Finland. The USB governors of the states of Ikemba, Odumegu, and Omambala are the true governors elected and approved by over 55% of Biafrans in that area. Disease from your sabotage of the Biafran people's freedom, disease from sabotaging the Biafran people's freedom. The bracket, that video that I told you you're gonna watch now. Orabueze, DPM, United States of Biafra. So, and he tagged this. Let me know if you tagged it. Yeah, it's been tagged to Peter Obi as well. Okay, and everybody, State Department, BBC, CNN, everybody that she can lay hand on, she tagged this to them. Now, the video that she called Peter Obi, is it tagged to Soludo? Let me know if it's tagged to Soludo, of course. It should be tagged to Soludo as well. Is it being tagged to Soludo? Okay. CC, yeah, CC Soludo, look at it here. It's been tagged to Soludo as well. And Peter Obi, and you know, now the video is here. Watch the video.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. All right, we continue to conclude. Our independence is here today. On behalf of the Prime Minister, His Excellency, Eba Simon Njako Obadobie, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. Now therefore, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, His Excellency Eba Simon Njako, by virtue of the authority and pursuant of the issues and principles recited above, do hereby solemnly proclaim that the territory and region under the 40 confederated states of Biafra, together with her continental shelf and territorial waters, shall henceforth regain her independence and act as an independent sovereign state with the name and title of the United States of Biafra.
All right, this is it, and the video is about 12 minutes plus. We have just played 2 minutes plus, 2 minutes for 5 seconds. The reason why I'm going to pause it here because I don't want to bore you with the whole thing. It is on social media. You can watch it. You have shared it many times, and this is not just yesterday. It happened 2024. Okay, in Latin Finland, 29th November 2024. Now, there has never been a time when an ambulance on Dibo gather together like this. One Nigeria. Have you seen that? No. There has never been a time when people from Imo, Anambra, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi, or even Rivers or Delta, have gathered together and start shouting, "One Nigeria," in solidarity with the state, or in agreement with the creation of those states and the so-called country. It has never been a time like that, because that means people's mandate are not there. Now the Biafrans gather here, giving their mandate after following the normal procedure, normal process of declaring your independence. They have achieved it. Then these few politicians, which I prefer to call them all 64 people, because that's what they are, chief governors and House of Representatives, and in the senators, House of Representatives, and all this, they're not more than 64 people. All right. Maybe if you want to add local government chairman and that, I'm talking about those that are going to federal, representing you. So because if you want to count people that are involved in politics, you may even set to count Gachi people as part of it. So I don't need that kind of thing. I have to pick on Anambra. You see senators. How many senators come from Anambra? And those in the House of Representatives, then the governor. These are people that matter. Count them, count the one of Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, Imo. Okay? Count the one of Anambra, of course. And then you know, if you count all of them, they are not up to 70, they're not up to 70, 60 something. They are the one holding you down, dictating your future and dictating your freedom for you. People that gather here in Finland to declare, you know, Biafran independence, they are more in number, times 5 or times 10. Did I say times 5? It should be times 100, even times 1,000. Do you know 65? How many 65 would you get to have up to 1,000 people? How many 65? Think about it. Or 64. So that's what I'm talking about. You cannot just underestimate these people's mandate because of your political career, because of what they think. That's one thing about Black people. We often, you know, exonerate ourselves, our interests, and undermine the general interest and people's choice. It's a very big disease, very, very good disease. And we need to desist from that and stop pretending that you don't know or you don't see what is going on. People's choice matter, whether you like it or not. And stop forcing yourself on people. Anyway, I'm here just to share this with you. Tell me what you think about what DPM responded to them, to remind them to call their attention to the event, to understand that this is what it is and this is how it's been done. Like I said, the comment section is open for you to let me know what you think about it, and please don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel in case if you are new, and of course, like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about all this, because I want to use this opportunity. In fact, let me say it now, because I'm supposed to say this at the beginning. So if I've watched the video to this extent, glory be to God. But I want you to, for those of you that supported that our brother that requested for help, okay, that his wife died of snake bite last year, and the mother currently is in mortuary. He's looking for any help just to bury his mother. And he can't walk, he has injury on his leg and all that. We have shared the account sometime, some few days ago, and some of our brothers have actually tried by donating just some little money to support. I want to use the opportunity to thank you, all of you that donated, in any form, in any way at all. God bless you and reward you mightily. I really appreciate on the Rubewa Nabanos. We have proven that you guys are human. You can feel other people's pain, and God will meet you at your own point of need and reward you mightily. I would just want to appreciate you. That's all. So please, thank you, all of you. I don't take it for granted. He received it in a good faith, and I requested him to come up, but he has not had. I don't think he told me that he will, but I have not, fixed time for him to come. I wanted to have him yesterday to hear him, but what he did is he told me that you may send voice notes. So I'm waiting for that voice note. All right. Once I receive it, I will play it. God bless you, and thank you so much for your support. And not that the money is enough, or like I'm not saying that if you want to donate, everything has been done. No, but I have to appreciate those that have done something. So thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. God bless you all, and see you again. Bye bye for now. Take care.